Dope or no? Hey everybody, I am Actors, and welcome back to the only channel on YouTube that covers in-depth videos of cars and sneakers, and today we're kicking it back with another Dope or Nope. If you're new to this channel, Dope or Nope is this little segment that I like to do that covers the future hot sneaker releases, and we're going to determine whether these sneakers are dope or no. So without further ado, like and share for that YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe. Any support would just be awesome. Now let's get right into this list. Coming to our first sneaker on this list, we have the Nike Dunk Low University Red. Now Nike Dunks are really hot right now, but it's interesting to see how these are going to do, because typically when we get a sneaker that is like an inverted white and red, they don't really do any well. You know, those Jordan 4s that were kind of the same way. Like the Jordan 4 Fire Reds themselves do really well, but the Jordan 4 like alternate 89 don't. So it's interesting how we're going to see that kind of same style will do on a dunk. So anyways, the Nike University Red, as you can tell, we have, you know, white and red kind of mixed together quite nicely, I should say. They actually are pretty dope. So anyways, the Nike University Red, we have, you know, kind of white on like the outer layers and then red on the inner layers of this sneaker. Red on the sole. Looks like it's going to be styled in that classic Nike Dunk leather. These sneakers are going to release on September 16th with the retail price of $100. Now resale is where I am very iffy on, like I just said, and I think it might go maybe 170, 180 plus. That's where I think. I don't think that these sneakers are going to hit 200 actually, and that's saying a lot, but I just don't think it's gonna go that high. But my final opinions of this sneaker, I think that these are dope. You know, it does have a really nice blend of white and red. It's just when you have like this kind of, you know, style white and red, they don't do as well as like a normal style. It's hard to explain, but just take it, you know, the Jordan 4 Fire Red does well, but the Jordan 4 Alternate 89 doesn't, and that's weird. But I still think that these sneakers are dope. Our next sneaker on this list is the Nike Air Max 97 Sisterhood. If you're unfamiliar with kind of like the Nike Sisterhood theme, it's just kind of giving a feminine touch to your normal everyday Nike shoes. So that's why this sneaker is also releasing in women's sizes. This is supposed to be just like a very nice feminine 97. It being a feminine 97, as a guy, I would wear this sneaker. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's got that really nice like red to, you know, beige fade on it. That's really cool. It's also got a little hit, it's even got a little more red trim on the swoosh logo on the side there, and I generally really like 97s. Looks like the materials for this sneaker looks like it's going to be styled in suede and canvas. It will release on September 18th with the retail price of $180. These sneakers right here probably will sell out and give up just a little bit of resale value. No, nothing too crazy. It being $180, it could most definitely go over 200, but probably nothing over maybe 220, 230-ish. I know, I could be wrong though. It also depends how limited the sneaker is going to be. But my final opinions of the 97 Sisterhood, they're actually pretty dope. Our next sneaker on this list, and I think this is a re-release, is the Yeezy Foam Runner Yellow Orchard. Now Adidas keeps releasing these foam runners, and we're honestly keep eating them up. Very controversial sneaker, you know, a lot of people like them, a lot of people think they're just whack as hell. But like them or not, there's definitely a demand for these sneakers. And here we have the Yellow Orchard, which, don't know why it's called a Yellow Orchard, because I don't see any yellow in the sneaker. It just looks like, you know, a dark faded brown. This sneaker right here released on September 18th with the retail price of $80. Foam runners have been doing absolutely insane in the resale market, so this sneaker being retailed for only $80, it's probably going to sell for over $200. And my final opinions of this sneaker, it's really hard to decide because I'm also 50-50 torn on these, but you know, I'm going to say they're dope. I'm going to say they're dope. I actually sort of like this one. I think it's dope. Our next sneaker on this list, and it's a nice sneaker that we're getting this, it's the Nike Dunk Low Gray Fox. Now why is it nice that we're getting this? Because this looks a lot like the off-white dunks that we just got. And the off-white dunks are kind of interesting with the resale value because there released so many of them, it's kind of hard to decide where they actually fit in the resale market. But this one, it'll be pretty obvious to determine where they're going to be. So in the Nike Dunk Low Gray Fox, we have a nice blend of white and a light gray. The sneaker released on September 21st with the retail price of $100. The resale value, now this is why it's pretty obvious, these are obviously not going to do as well as the off-white dunks, those are crazy, but they're still going to do pretty decently. I think they're going to be over $200, maybe $250, $270, but I don't think they will surpass $300. And my final opinions for this sneaker, it's hard to say anything bad about them. You know, it's pretty clean, pretty simple, it's got to be a dope. Now these next two sneakers, I'm putting them together because they're both sneakers that we previously covered on the last Dope or Nope, but they got pushed back in release date. It's the Air Jordan 1 Prototype and the Air Jordan 5 Oreo, or what it's now being called, the Moonlight. Sneaker shortages and COVID has really affected the sneaker market right now. We should have got these sneakers about a week ago, a long time ago, but they're still not been released and they keep getting pushed back. And I hate it because both of these sneakers are really dope. I mean, I could talk a lot about these sneakers, but just keep it simple. The Jordan 1 Prototype, a really dope, deconstructed, crazy sneaker that actually has some flow to it. And the Jordan 5 Oreo, a nice, iconic return, and it's a must cop. The Jordan 1 Prototype is going to release on September 24th, and the 5 Oreo is going to release on September 25th. Both of these sneakers will sell out and give off not a whole lot of resale value. You know, they're probably both going to be under $300, but high 200s, maybe 280, 270, right around there. And my final opinions for the sneaker, they are both really dope shoes. Our next sneaker we're having on this list is the Jordan 1 KO Storm Brew. Now the Jordan 1 KO is an interesting sneaker because it's a Jordan 1 style, but it's not exactly a real Jordan 1. You know, it's really iffy on them. But here we have it in kind of like a what's it called, the Game Royal, you know, style colorway, but which is a little bit more white on it. It's going to be set to release on September 29th with the retail price of $140. The sneaker probably will sell out and give resale value, I think actually in the $200 range. You know, KOs are kind of overlooked, and when people see them, you know, they kind of see it as like a budget version of the sneaker that they actually want and actually buy them pretty quickly. So that's why these sneakers do pretty well. But my final opinions of this sneaker, you know, I just don't like these sneakers that much. You know, there is some that are cool, but this one is not for me. It's a nope. So now our last sneaker on this list, and it's a really crazy one. It is the Nike SB High RX0 Unicorn Gundams. Now that is a mouthful, but this is also a lot to take in this sneaker. So basically this is styled off the Unicorn Gundam novels. They're kind of like these anime novels, and I think there's also a show if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure there's a show. If they're not, there should be a show. Yeah, but I don't know a lot about this brand, but they do make some pretty cool toys, man. So yeah, now they're making a Unicorn Gundam SB Dunk, and this thing is crazy. It's styled to look like these giant, you know, robotic things, and it's, wow, there's a lot going on here. This is a really different looking SB Dunk, and I really like this shoe. So basically the majority of the sneaker is white with some red trim, a kind of mechanical yellow swoosh logo, the Unicorn Gundam logo on the side of the heel there, and some black on the top. The sneaker is going to release on September 27th with the retail price of $110. It's going to sell out, and the resale is actually pretty crazy. The resale is probably going to be around $350, $370-ish. And my final opinions of the sneaker, you know, I think it's dope. There's no doubt about it. This is a crazy SB Dunk, and it's got to be a dope. And that about wraps up our list of Dope or Nope. What do you guys think about it? Comment down below your opinion, like and share for that YouTube algorithm, and last but certainly not least, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.